There's a couple of tips and tricks that will help you create a meat pizza crust. Number one, we're going to need some kind of large pan, ideally cast iron. And the other thing, which is the real secret, is this. Now, you can also do this by hand. If you don't have a mixer, don't click out of the video. I'm going to show you how to take Italian sausage, or you could use pork, beef, lamb, veal, or probably even chicken, whatever you would like. And we're going to turn it into a solid meat pizza crust that actually eats like a pizza, not like meatloaf with cheese and sauce. Let's take a look at it today on Chris Cookin' Nashville. This is going to start out with a pound of meat of your choice in a mixer, or as I said, you could do this in a large bowl with a hand mixer, or even a wooden spoon if you want to put the arm muscle into it, like all the grandmas have for several hundred years while cooking. What we need to do is break this meat down. So I have my mixer fitted with a paddle attachment, and we're going to actually extract the proteins that help glue this together so it doesn't feel like you're eating some squishy meatball or meatloaf mixture underneath your pizza toppings. And I've tried some of those recipes. I don't particularly care for them, just not my personal thing. I've also gotten those at restaurants where pizza restaurants are trying to do low-carb pizza. And I wasn't necessarily a fan of those either, mostly just because of the texture, even if the flavor is fine. We need to break this down so we can do a couple of really important things with it. Let me explain it a little bit deeper. We're gonna break it down with a breakdown riff. We are trying to take meat and turn it into a crust, but there's a couple of things we need to take into account to make this happen. Inside of the meat are all these little proteins. Specifically, myosin is the protein that we are working with. And that protein is trapped inside of all of these meat cells. But the myosin itself can actually be really helpful if we know how to do this. So we're going to add salt if we don't already have some. The Italian sausage I'm using is already seasoned. I don't need to add any more. But if you don't have salt in your meat, you're gonna add some, because what it's gonna do is actually break the protein out of all of those bits of meat. It's going to release myosin out into the mixture, and by releasing that myosin, it's actually going to create a sticky texture of the meat granules, and they're going to combine together into a much more uniform consistency. This is what sausage makers are doing when they create those springy, juicy, tasty sausages we all love so much. Now, by doing this, it's going to make a much more cohesive mixture, which we can then roll out nice and thinly so that we can shape it into our pizza crust. This is going to let us do a couple of things. Number one, we can render the fat out of there and get some of the moisture out as well. We don't want it super dry, but we don't want it wet and soggy either. It's also going to create a cohesive enough texture. It's not going to crumble when you try to pick it up and eat it. So it's actually going to behave like a pizza crust. And once that is done, then we can add pepperoni, veggies if you like, and of course, all the beautiful mozzarella cheese that makes pizzas so tasty. So we're gonna go ahead now and break all of the myosin out of its little jail cells in the meat. We're gonna mix this together just on a medium speed until it starts to look cohesive, sticky, almost like a paste. And then I'll show you how we can turn that into a very simple pizza crust. So once that has become a paste-like mixture, we are ready to roll out our pizza crust made of meat. We need some parchment paper. Now that the myosin has been broken free in this meat, it becomes very cohesive and sticks together, honestly, more so than it even sticks to the inside of the bowl. So if you're doing this by hand, it's gonna take some arm muscles, but that's the texture you're looking for. Once we get that sticky, pasty texture, this is going to hold together, and we're gonna roll it out. Now we need to get it thin, probably thinner than you think it needs to be. 1/8 of an inch is ideal. If you think it's too thin, it's probably right where you need it to be. We're gonna use a second sheet of parchment paper to make that happen. Now we're just gonna peel the parchment paper back, and when you do this, pull it at a very sharp, steep angle to the meat you're trying to get it to come off of, and that way, very little of it, if any, will stick. This is now going to go into my cast iron pan. You could use something other than cast iron, but cast iron would be the easiest probably to get this to come out of, but whatever you have is fine. My oven is preheating to 400 degrees. I'm going to flip this here into my cast iron, peel off the rest of the parchment, use any of those little extra bits to kind of press it out into the sides and make sure it's the final shape we want it to be. Once we have this pressed nicely into the pan, you can just use slightly wet hands to press and fill up any of the gaps or if there's any broken spots and make sure it's all even. Now it goes into a 400-degree oven, and we're going to cook this to render the fat. We will drain that fat and flip it to the other side and cook it on the second side for 5 to 10 minutes as well. I'll make sure all of the process is written out for you step by step on the recipe card for free on my website. Link that in the description box down below. Go down there to see that recipe card. Let's throw this in the oven. Let's make a meat crust pizza. So that's about 15 minutes or so. Pull this out and we're gonna flip that over. Also very carefully going to get some of the extra grease out of here. And you can see it's pulled away from the edge because that cohesive mixture is holding everything together. Five to 7 minutes on that side should be good. A few minutes on that side, and that is great. So we're gonna keep the oven set right where it is. All we have to do is put toppings on our pizza. Now, if you wanna do carnivore, you could easily do my Alfredo sauce. I will link it in the description box down below, the video where I made Alfredo. If you're more of the keto variety, that's totally cool. You can do it the way I'm gonna do it here this evening with your favorite no sugar added marinara or pizza sauce, whatever you like. All the toppings go on after the crust has been cooked. That is going to keep it as firm as possible so we don't end up eating meatloaf with sauce and cheese. I'm not even gonna call this a meat lover's pizza. This is like a meat devourer's pizza with the Italian sausage crust. I think this is gonna be really good. Let's give it a try. We'll see what this is.
Oh, so this is nice. Already holds. So I really thought that I would taste more sausage. The fact that yours actually holds is really impressive. The ones I would get when we would go out, I'd have to like get a fork and knife.
Yeah, you can't pick them up.
No, you can't pick them up. So the fact you can pick them up is awesome. There's a sausage flavor, but it's not the first thing that I taste. And so I really thought that that was gonna be like the signature flavor of this. It's not. It's crispy and crusty.
I mean, it tastes like a sausage and pepperoni pizza. It just doesn't have the thick breadiness underneath.
I love pizza. And you have made a lot of different pizza crusts, all of which I'm sure you're gonna link down below because people need to know. This is the first time though that you've done something like this. And I wasn't really sure what I was gonna think about it, but I honestly would eat this any night of the week. And you know what I love about this? How easy this was. It's awesome. It's really good.
It pairs really well with this little tasty treat right over here. And if you guys want to know what this is, you're going to have to tune into my next episode. In the meantime, while you're waiting for this, guys, go check out this video right over here. This is Chris cooking Nashville, the beautiful Ash Taylor. You guys, eat your meat, especially when it turns into a pizza. Love your life. We'll see you in the kitchen for another crazy recipe soon.
Love this.
Mm-hmm.
Love this.